Let's go. Go, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Slide. Fuck you. Fuck off. Get in the gym, bitch.
Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of the Universal Soldier podcast. I'm here once again with El Toro Hulio with popular demand. Thank you very much for all your great feedback from our previous episodes 2-3 months ago now.
2 months.
And since then, quite a lot's happened in Julio's life anyway. First up, congratulations to your 260 kilo
lifetime
squat.
goal. Yeah, I'm gassed, bro. Lifetime goal. 20 years working for that fucker. 6 plate aside.
20 years of hard graft and 260 kilos. Yeah, I mean,
12 plates.
It was quite something to see.
Yeah, it's good.
To the eyes, yes.
But bro, I reckon a lot to do was that with yourself having a very good training partner, because it's essential when you want to hit these sort of weights, bro. You've got to be very serious in the mind, and you need someone like-minded like you. You're pushing for goals on the squat, so even on days I felt like shit, I see you were at it, got me jacked up, you know what I mean? So it's very important, bro. Partner's very important. We had Big South that day as the spotter. It was essential. It worked out perfect, bro. That day, to hit that 6 plate, I woke up early doors. I'm just going to be raw and direct because that's how I am. I woke up early doors. I went to take a shit. I got a text from Big South, yeah? My original training partner, absolute legendary dude, yeah? One of the baddest dudes I know. And he's, aside from Jay. And he texted me and said, bro, you training today? I was like, yeah. So that never happens for him to come in like that. And then you were there amped up, ready to hit a PR.
I think everyone hit a PR that day.
So,
you know.
So, and it all just worked out absolutely, bro. Like God was there for me. It just worked out perfect. And it actually felt so light. I could have got, in my opinion, 265, 270 on an absolute, like, mind-busting grind.
It moved very quick.
Yeah.
It moved very quick.
So that was serious shit.
Tank there, so
yeah.
Maybe you're looking to eye up a heavier load at some point, or are you done lifting that sort of weight?
Now, because I was on a set program for that, I worked with you there for like 3 months to hit that weight. Like, that's when I got very serious.
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, previous before that, I hit 255, but it was very hard. And then before I started training with you, I attempted 6 plate and it split me in half. Like, it folded me, like it fucked me. And it took my confidence for a long time. So I just stuck with repping 5 plate, 220 kilo. I got up to like 4 reps with that. But then, like I say, when I started training with you, give me more fuel again, you know, and then it progressed it, bro, and it comes. So to answer your question, it all now just depends how I feel. If certain weights feel light to me on the day, I'll attempt a heavyweight. But really now I'm looking for, at my 37, I've done a lot of mind-busting training to get where I am. So now I'm more about longevity.
Yeah.
As I got kids and that now, I want to be staying jack squatting 180 key when I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
That's my new goal.
Get onto the kids in a moment.
Yeah.
But, just to say on top of that, I was watching the World Powerlifting Championships a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, same, the IPFers, yeah.
And, you know, that 260, you know, to put you into perspective how great that is, you know, not very far away from world level standard.
Yeah, for an average Joe, it's not bad, is it, bro?
82 kilo body weight.
82 key, yeah. But on a bad day, bro, most days I reckon I'd be around 80, 81 kilo, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the life I'm living now, like we say when we get onto it, bro, it's different now. I can't sustain eating the amount of calories, so I'm just training on instinct now.
Yeah.
It's very different, you know. You still want to be strong, and I do the best I can always to move the most weight, whatever the feeling is on the day. I'll always move the most weight I possibly can, but the circumstances are very different now, bro. It's not, I can't be selfish anymore, you understand? And you have to be, when you want to hit big, or any goals, you have to be mad, that you have to eat, breathe, and shit that to get what you want to get, you know? For them 3 months with you, I was on I used to dream of squatting 6 plate, brother. Yeah, I wake up, I fucking squatting shit. I've woken up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad,
Yeah.
bro. It's mad.
You have to kind of visualise it in your mind first with anything, don't you?
Yeah,
Before
bro.
it actually
Yeah.
takes place and becomes
And it's
true.
an over 3 times body weight squat. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Like, there's not many people that are doing that over 3 times their weight.
Yeah. You have to have some serious self-belief in order to do that. You have to believe you're going to do it, otherwise you're not going to ever be able to do it, are you?
Bro, to be honest with you, me personally, I had to take myself to a very dark place to hit that. I'm a lifter that I can't lift happy, and it's just everyone's individual. I know brothers that lift very happy, bro, and they lift mad big weights. But me, I have to take myself to a sickener, and I'm not willing to do that regularly. You know what I'm saying?
That sort of raw power strength, I think you do need to.
Bro,
you can't just walk up to that bar and pick
bro.
that.
Like,
up
if you
and do
show
that,
the
but
clip
can you?
and people see the speed I moved at, it's because, like, I put myself in a situation where someone I loved was under something, and I had to move. So it's a fucked up place, bro. You have to go. I learned a lot of that there, like watching Eddie Hall, and it's true, bro. When you put yourself in a situation where loved ones in bother, more than likely you're gonna get it up. Whether you're killing yourself or not, you're going to get it up.
There's been some tremendous feats of strength, you know, in raw adrenaline situations, life or death.
Yeah, look at them
situations.
mothers that pick up fucking cars and black.
No,
Yeah,
that
that's
happens,
where
exactly.
I take
So
myself.
that's where you need to go to lift that kind of weight.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
very,
So
very mad.
I don't want to be. You know what I mean, Jay? To do that, after that lift for 2 weeks, I was fucked, bro. Like,
It takes
nervous system and mentally drained.
Systemic
Yeah,
fatigue.
raw
Yeah.
systemic fatigue.
Mad. It takes a long time to recover. Let's move on to a further congratulations on the birth of your second child.
Yeah, big Noah.
That's
legend.
Thank God it's another boy.
Yeah, another boy.
You've got 2 boys.
Yeah, got to get the army up. You know what I mean?
3-year-old.
2-year-old,
No,
going to be
two.
2 coming up now on the 13th of this month, and then Noah now is coming up 3 months.
Yeah. Nice. 3 months gone quick.
Gone shame, bro. I remember I texted you when I had him. Yeah.
But you haven't ever stopped your training, have you?
Never.
Because of
No.
Having kids. You haven't had the excuse.
No.
I've got kids. I'm tired. I haven't had sleep.
No.
You've continued your training.
But all you have to do is adjust your schedule. So now what happens is, instead of being able to get up at 6:30 when I had one son, I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I have to train from 4:30. I start training at 5:10 in the morning. Get that out of the way, and I'm back home by fucking 7:30, and that's how my routine is. So basically now, you can't make excuses not training, got kids. That's weak, bro. That's the mindset issue. For me, like I said, training is essential to my life.
Yes.
One, mentally, that's why I move big weight, because that's what satisfies me mentally. And secondly, because, bro, in this world, like we said in the previous podcast, you gotta be strong, bro. You gotta be strong. If you ain't strong, I'm sorry, bro. It's all good, whatever. But in my opinion, like I've said before, bro, strength is the key to life, bro. Everything is about mental strength and physical strength in unison, bro. And that is how you will get through life.
Yeah.
Just a quick point, I want to stop it here. I just want to say rest in peace to my pal Filippo. Went in very poor circumstances, bro. If you can hear me, love you, brother. Big J.
Devastated to hear that news as well.
Yeah, bro, brutal.
Yeah, it's been a lot of young men suffering.
It's a mindset, brother. It's a weakness there, Jay. I love him, but I don't want to talk, but to do what occurred there, it's a mindset.
Yeah.
I love him, I wish he'd come to me, but...
In part, it's a societal problem that is happening at the moment, because there's, suicide rates amongst sort of 20 to 40-year-olds is more than any other bracket of, gender or age group. Young men are suffering. There's no doubt about that.
They're withering, bruv. They're withering.
I just want to talk about, your 2 boys. They're obviously very, very young.
Very young.
But how are we going to make them into sort of legitimate universal soldier? How are we going to turn them into strongmen? Because nowadays we see a lot of weakness. A lot of young men, kids, they are delicate, they are docile, they're not very pleasing to look at.
Fucking true,
well, maybe lost within society, and there's a
mental
lot of
shit.
confusion
Yeah.
going on with a lot of BS that's been thrown at people.
100%.
Technology's a problem nowadays. You know, for me, I feel very fortunate to have the upbringing I had. I didn't have one of these smartphones that everyone
Same.
carries around until, you know,
Same.
probably like 18 or something.
Same.
You know, so didn't have that distraction in your pocket all day long.
Correct. Correct.
So what's the sort of roadmap for your two boys?
Well, first, like, let me just say, a lot to do with it is what you said there, which is upbringing. I was brought up hardcore as well, so, and it's all about the people that come into your life, the role models. I was very fortunate to have very serious dudes around me, very serious men around me, bro, which showed me these paths. You know, it started with my uncle. That's how I got into training. He always said to me, bro, you have to be strong. You have to be ready for anything in life. And the way you're going to do that is you have to be physically fit. That's how I got into it, bro, through body weight training at the start. My uncle, very serious dude, and mind state. So it's a lot to do. Then my pal, Big Faz, also rest in peace, very big influence. Again, you know, so it's all mindset. So with my son, bro, it's first him seeing what his dad does. That's the key. So he sees me get up 4:30. He sees me go work all day. He sees me get back ruined, take him out, you know. He's two, but he sees everything. He knows.
Absolutely.
Dad, he knows how to his muscle. He understands. So it's a lot to do with his upbringing. Again, bro, I don't have him on no phones. He don't watch no phone. He watches a little bit of TV. Otherwise, he's getting stimulated. We're going out 3-hour walks. That's why Big J kindly waited for me to do this podcast late night, summer. So that's why it's light. But so it's late night right now. So it's all about the role models, and it's all about bringing him up in a very strict and hard-working way, knowing respect. And anyone I bring in his life has to be very serious, bro. So I don't dwell with more than what I can count on one hand, because you have to have certain attributes even for me to introduce you to him.
100%. I mean, I say like you are the person that you are, the 5 people that you most surround yourself by.
Correct, bro. That's
that,
what you
that
judge
makes
them.
up
Yeah.
you. So
bro.
and they've got a great role model in yourself that's hard grafter, you know, looks
But
after
same with yourself. It's not
Yeah.
just me here, bro. Millions of men. You do this. You're up 5 a.m. You work 8 hours a day. You still go train. You're still doing your physical therapy business.
Yeah.
There's no excuse, bro. Right. So then that's someone my son needs to meet, because you're not going to do all this weak ass, I'm tired, and show him sort of shit nonsense what I'm seeing on the daily.
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it, bro. There's a lack of potent men about these days.
Yeah.
So like I say, bro, I can't introduce him to anyone that first if I'm not respecting them, how can I bring him around them, bro? He has to only see bad dudes. They have to be on my level, because I'm at a high level.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Right there,
and it's not just with training, bro. Training's an aspect of it, but I mean in life, I'm a bad dude. Same as yourself, same as the people that I dwell with. So when he comes to see you, he's not hearing any shit. He's hearing, the conversation, I've been working all day, just train, got to get my meals in, compete. These are the things he's going to hear. That's what he needs to be surrounded by.
Yeah.
It's hard to show him things on TV because there's a lot of nonsense, a lot of pussy shit going around. You see what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
So that's the way he's going to get to a high level.
Yeah,
No
100%.
excuses, no work, no dedication. Because motivation is a flutter, bro. Some days it's there, some days it ain't. You can only really rely on dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication, bro. Relentlessness. Don't matter how you feel, bro. Don't matter how tired, how I feel. Got to get it done.
Yeah.
So that's how it's going to get done, bro. He has to be around people that are at a high level.
Yes. 100%.
You know what I mean?
The kids are very, very observant. Up until sort of the age of 7, that's when they're
sucking everything up, big
sucking
dog.
everything in, and that's
bro.
where their programming comes from. So, it's a very important stage of their life.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's how we're going to do that, bro. That's how that's going to be achieved, you know. So, like I say, I'm very picky about who I even spend time with, who I talk to. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't, bro. I'll associate with my 2 brothers because they're bad dudes. You know, my wife. That's how I'm rolling, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I'm rolling.
So, no no technology in their hands yet.
No
Yeah, 'cause
technology,
that's
bro.
what you see.
That
with
I'm
a
going
lot
to
of
try.
kids
I know it's going to
nowadays.
be very difficult, but I'm going to try to prolong and hide technology from him as long as physically possible.
Good. Pleased to hear that.
You know, and if it is implemented, it's going to be regulated.
Yes.
And I'm seeing what the fuck's going on and what's being. There ain't no fuck. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck that, bro. I never had technology. I had to ring people on phone boxes, and if I wanted to see my pals, I had to knock on the door and say hi to their mum. And this is how we done things. If you couldn't find them, you'd wait at a spot for them. You know they'd pass through.
Yeah.
None of this technology, bro. Even I'm a geezer myself. There's no technology, bro. I watch YouTube, and I have WhatsApp. That's as far as my technology is going anywhere. I don't want technology, bro. I don't want to be known. I'm not interested, bro. I want to be like them dudes. I want to be the strongest man you've never heard of. That's how I want to roll, bro. It's a great saying. I've heard it a few times with certain dudes.
Great respect for
Yeah,
that.
bro.
So I want to talk about a little bit about the physical body and kids, because I said it the other day in a quote, the physical body is the temple of the soul. So, you know, the things that you put in your body dictate your mind.
Yeah.
Like, your mind, you can play mind tricks and try and have this positive mindset, but if you're loading your body up with shit food, drinking these energy drinks, smoking vapes, these electric vapes and things like that.
I smoke weed though. That's one thing. I'm sorry.
That's not too bad.
You've got to smoke it.
But these electric vape things, these energy drinks, this fast foods at your door in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no.
It's all full of crap.
Yeah.
These vegetable oils.
You are what
leak
you
into
eat, innit?
everything.
You can see it in
And
these dudes, bro.
It's weakening the body, and a weak body becomes a weak mind. So it's just something that you're going to be, teaching your kids, because they're not going to be taught that at school, are they?
No, not at all. And that's why I'm prolonging with my son as well, bro. No nursery, because I don't like the influences. It would be taught by all women or dudes that, for me, ain't the right dudes for him to be around. So it's another, you know what I mean? There's a lot to do with it. So, again, bro, like you say, he only eats cooked food from his mum. High quality food. There's no such thing as fast food. He ain't even going to know what that is. That's one thing I'm going to make sure that body stays attached. Oh, yeah, bro. That's all he eats, cooked food. Like today, he's had home-cooked pasta, home-cooked fish, carrots. Yeah, bro. We don't mess with that.
It's going to grow up.
I mess with cheat food once a week, though, after legs. Because training with Big J, he tells you he might be going light, and he's still picking up 42 kilo lunges to do half a mile run. That ain't right, you know?
Yeah.
And nearly 60 kilo hyper extensions. But that's a light day for this man. So imagine what I've got to deal with. I'm an old man, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep up with these young bucks.
Yeah. And so let's talk about the training for these kids, because I mean,
it's very
in
important.
my opinion,
very important.
I was very fortunate to play a diverse range of different sports, which gave me, great coordination, different motor skills
100%.
and things like that.
100%.
I feel like that's the best way for kids to start.
100%.
And then to start maybe getting into the gym in the sort of teenage years, or you've got something different in mind?
No, very similar to yourself, bro. I played a lot of sports, athletics, football, very big on football. And then, like I say, the influence that first came into my life at 15-year-old was my uncle. And very good influence because, like he said to me, there's levels to training. So he started me with body weight training. When I could accumulate 20 dips, 20 push-ups, 20 pull-ups, I had a very good base of level of body weight strength. So then when I entered the gym, I could instantly bench press 60 kilo. Yeah, and that's how I progressed. I went through all stages of training. I didn't just go into powerlifting. In fact, after body weight, I dabbled for many moons, 5-6 years with bodybuilding. Got myself to 78, 79 kilos, 6% body fat. I got proof pictures of everything I say, by the way. But then I lost love with the bodybuilding simply because I just found it a very vain and a very, it's a very subjective sport. It's very on what people like. So I turned more to the strength aspect because it was more about what the one individual can lift. So just for example, if I could lift more than Jay, it's very clear that I'm stronger. Which is not the case, he's stronger than me, but The point is that
Different things.
what I'm trying to say is that I just preferred the aspect of the competition where it was more fair to me. I didn't like the fact that someone could beat me simply because a judge preferred their symmetry or their flow. That to me is not legit. That's more of a catwalk situation. I prefer the roots of I'm stronger than you, I win, like the Vikings used to do it. If I pick up the heaviest stone, I get the woman. Simple as that. That's a good way to basic way. When you start complicating things, problems arise. So I will take the same approach with my son to get back to the question. He will start with his body weight, master that, then we'll progress into bodybuilding, because bodybuilding is very, very important for teaching you your mind to your muscle, knowing how to contract, knowing how to pose the muscles and all these sort of things. And then I will progress him into strength, get him a very good level of strength in the squat, bench and deadlift, which are the fundamentals to me of life, and the standing military press, just like me. And then he can go and do whatever he likes. Then he's got a good base where I know he's capable in all aspects of sports.
Yeah.
But first he will start, exactly like you said, playing sport and being very active.
Yeah, I think.
So you're right with your approach. I like that.
Kids need to, particularly sort of this age group up until 7,
Yeah.
10 really.
That's correct.
Or you want to be outside
Correct.
playing.
Yeah, and like
you
say,
don't
bro,
see that nowadays.
Yeah,
do you? Most
and-
kids are inside playing their Xbox or
Yeah,
PlayStation.
And I think doing weights too early, that's not for me my cup of tea. I will rather
learn
him
how to move their own body.
Yeah,
don't
I
they?
agree, bro.
Play as a team.
Until he's
Well,
13,
yeah.
14, I won't even entertain him with weights. It will just be body weight
Purely
until
body
that age.
weight. Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
Learn how to move your own body. It doesn't
Correct.
have to be no fancy calisthenic type
No.
exercises, but just
Basics.
a basic
Basic
push,
4 for me.
pull.
Yeah, bro. A
dip.
press up, a pull up,
You learn how. It's
a chin up.
fundamentals. You could squat and lunge. Body weight, of
and
course.
dips. Yeah, that's right. That's it, bro.
So you can
Body
work the whole
weight,
body,
squats. You got it
you know.
all
It's all right
outside in nature.
there. Yeah.
You got it all first, bro. So like I say, it's all about, people like to rush to things.
Yeah.
Want to get strong. They'll see, like I've had in my time of training, people see me squat that. They want to try and, it's not like that.
They're
It's
the
not like
perfect beginner kids, aren't they? Because they squat perfectly. You see them, take a shit on the floor in the potty.
That's it. That's it.
So how many guys now
That's
can
it.
actually squat arse to grass
No,
comfortably without, the back
Yeah.
flaring up or whatever?
Yeah, a lot of people
It's
squat,
not-
but not right.
No, it's they're jumping the gun, like you say. They're impatient. They want to
Correct.
do what so and so's doing on Instagram, and squat tremendous amounts of weight, and they're so quick to put a barbell on the back.
Correct.
Before they can handle their own body weight.
Correct.
Got no core control. They haven't learned how to breathe properly.
That's why you get a lot of people in gyms, bro, that go for 10 years and achieve nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen people in my last gym I was at before, the gym we trained together in, that would come every day, train hard, and nothing would happen because they're not doing anything. You know what I mean? They're training, thinking they're training hard because they're sweat, but there's no. You have to have levels to things, bro. All these kids I see now, they want it so quick. They're 16, they're on steroids. Good
That's
God,
another
bro.
very
Good
sad
God.
thing, and I think
ruining
another
it.
problem with social media influence
Big
and
problem,
things
bro.
like that, isn't it?
The things I see on there, bro, the dudes, what they're showing people to train. It's a load of shit, mate. Facade of shit. Fallacy shit these pricks are talking, bro. You just need to know basic things and do basic things right, bro.
Yeah.
You do basic things right, you're always winning. It's a motto that the SAS live by. Do the basics right. That's why they're the best force in the world. Everyone trying to complicate, fancy. It's a load of bollocks.
Learning to be consistent, learning how to make bog standard progressions as basic overloads.
Bro, basics.
Yeah.
Look, when you started training with me, what you've done with your squat, where free plate was difficult, and within 3 months you're at 200 kilo, weighing the same weight as me.
I mean,
Come on.
It's that mindset, but it's also I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I know
bro.
my body as well, and I think you say that's where the bodybuilding can really help. Is you've got a level.
it's essential,
It really helps develop that mind-muscle
Yeah.
connection. You learn an understanding of your own body.
Yeah.
I've had injuries. I've been working around from injuries for years, and I know what my body can handle, and then I'm learning why is my body in pain during this movement, and I learn to navigate around it. Learn to maybe it's something is a mobility issue. Is it just joints stiffness, muscle stiffness,
Yeah.
or is it a weakness of some description? Probably a little bit of everything. And it's about figuring out those weaknesses, and then clearing those out, and then building back up again. Sometimes you need to take a step back to move forward, and that's what I've had to do.
Yeah.
But also just being around people who are at it, they're determined, have got the same level of passion as me, if not, on days where I'm struggling, and I don't want to let Julio down, I don't want to let young Marco down. Surrounding yourself with these people who have the same level of aspirations and expectations.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So that's how you progress.
And that's why I say there's levels to it. You have to do them all. Like, don't get me twisted. I'm not here hating on, like, for example, bodybuilding. It's just this actual sport, the stage bit I dislike. But the training of bodybuilding is essential. It works hand in hand with strength training.
We're combining everything.
That's
correct.
Why
we're talking.
That's why you're universal.
It's the Universal Soldier podcast.
That's
it's a hybrid.
Yeah,
we're using different forms of training.
Yeah.
We're using everything.
You want to look
We're
the
not
part,
just being-
like Big J, but you want to have the go muscle at the same time. You don't want to be one of them dudes that's flaunting a big arm, but he can't curl jack. You know what I mean? That's no good.
Aestheticism doesn't replace athleticism.
Jeez, that's a
right.
bad dude. I'm like,
From Lifeless Movement,
that's
Eugene
unbelievable.
Sandler. He's got some great quotes in that book. I highly recommend
Big
everyone
J.
read that book.
Yeah.
Everyone, every young, that was what they should be. Everyone in school reading that book, not Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's right.
They should be reading
That's
Lifeless
right.
Movement. They
That's
shouldn't
right.
be doing simultaneous equations. Learning from wise warriors of the past, wise strength gurus of the past, how to create and cultivate a strong, healthy body and mind.
And if you think about it, Big J, most people that are strong are very successful, mentally and physically together.
Yeah, 100%.
Most of the geezers I know that are jacked, they're millionaires.
Yeah.
Goes with it, bro, because a superior physique creates a superior mind, and a superior mind creates a superior physique. They have to be together, bro. When you've got them together, you're shining in life.
You've got to be strong to be a true sort of alpha male, don't you? If
You
you're
do,
just
bro.
a weakling,
It's part of
you just get
being
brushed
a
aside.
male. It's
Literally
part
just get
of
brushed
it.
aside, don't you?
Yeah, bro. It's part of being an alpha male. Yeah, you got to have the mind first, because it's the mind that gets you the body. And when they're working in unison, bro, mentally, physically, and spiritually, you're at one, and that's how the beginning of success occurs. People bypass the physique, but it's the first thing you should have. It's the first thing you should use your mind. It's the first thing you should use your mind to acquire is a body. Once you acquire the body, because the body acquiring it creates a lot of very serious traits. It creates discipline, creates, you know what I mean, a serious mind state, creates a lot of discipline, you know. So
we're
very
beings
important.
that are, we're 95% of our mind is unconscious. So, our unconscious programming.
You've got to get it all conscious, bro.
You've got to be conscious of your unconscious and aware of that. But at the same time, realise that we do have these programs.
Yeah.
We want to create positive programs, don't we? So we want to have positive habits. I prep my meals.
That's it. But first step is you get up early.
Yep, get up early,
Second
get to
step
bed
is-
on time,
yeah.
all of these things, you look after yourself.
Second
It's,
step, what do
these
you
are
do, bro?
habits.
You eat healthy.
Yeah.
Third thing is then you build your physique. Then you go and earn the dough. Them traits is what builds the man to become successful.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You need all of that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Big J?
And you need to surround yourself by a like-minded tribe
Very important,
of
bro.
individuals, really.
Listen, bro, if you're not around like-minded, you can't succeed. What you want, whenever I wanted a certain thing, I went to the dude that I saw that had it. And I asked him, bro, how did you get it? And when he gave me the advice, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. Because you go to real life people, not people you seeing on pictures that promoting things that it's not the truth. Because most of life is not all gassed up like that and happy and sunshine and roses, bro. What real life is suffering, grittiness, and most of the time you feel like shit. And it's if you can get them things done when you feel like shit, that's when you're winning, bro. Because when you're comfortable being uncomfortable,
Yes, good.
you're winning, big dog. You're winning, bro. Because then everything else is easy. You're always uncomfortable.
I think that's probably the biggest thing and probably the greatest advice to young individuals out there is now to try and make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah, right. Let's go. See, that's why my son would chill with you. These are the things. Look, it's just proving a point here. These are the things he would say to my son. That's what I want him to hear.
Yeah.
Don't want him to hear.
It's the only way you're going to evolve as an individual is to be uncomfortable.
Sons, should I say?
Very, very simple drill that I do every day. I started, before even I heard of this
Wim
Hof guy. Or we used to could go back and talk about
1 million press ups a day. Fuck with that.
When I was probably like 12, 13 or something like that. I also wanted to be like the WWE wrestlers that I watched on TV. So I was doing 100 press ups. 100 press ups in my room, and I used to be able to do 100 press ups. I was about 12 years old.
And now look, he's this age now. We're not going to disclose that because that's personal information. But he can do 1 million push-ups in under 5 hours. Imagine that.
Yeah, I could do push-ups all day.
All day.
But it's more about the intensity nowadays rather than the repetition, as we've discussed in the previous podcast. But just to go back to what I was saying before about making yourself uncomfortable, it could be as simple as I challenge myself every day, get into it. I don't have warm showers, I don't have hot showers, I don't have comfort getting in that shower. I jump straight into a freezing cold shower. Even before I heard of Wim Hof started doing this, there was a guy, what was his name? Maxwell someone. Anyway, jumping into a cold shower, I visualise an uncomfortable situation, whatever that might be. Talking to a camera used to be uncomfortable for me. So I might visualise in my mind, talking in front of an audience, talking in front of a camera, and then I jump in the cold shower, which is stressful, and that's my sort of mind practice, and I'm putting a physical component to it as well. Maybe I visualise myself getting under 200 kilo bar. All right, I don't want to get under that bar, but no, you're getting in that cold shower, and then that carries over to the barbell. I'm not so scared about it now. I'm in there. All right, I'm comfortable now with it. You've got to challenge yourself in these different ways,
100%,
don't you?
100%. Life's all about challenging yourself, bro. You have to be putting, there's got to be, bro, character is revealed when pressure is applied.
Yes, what a great quote that
Always
is.
remember that, bro. Character is revealed when pressure is applied. Nothing's going to get taught to you when everything's easy, because everything's easy. You can't learn nothing when everything's easy, because it's easy. When everything's hard, that's how you progress.
Yeah.
Everyone I know that's suffered the most has progressed the most. That's why I only dwell with serious individuals, because I'm looking to progress in every way that I possibly can as a dude.
That's lovely. Yeah. Character is revealed when pressure is applied.
That's it, big dog.
Yeah.
And as well, bro, your mind is your strongest and weakest muscle. You've got to train it well. It can weaken on you in an instant. So it has to be ready to be a savage all the time. You've got to be able to put that on. It don't matter how you feel, because in life, certain time, it don't matter how you feel. Bro, you know what I mean? You've got to get shit done. You've got to get shit done, innit?
That's right, yeah. You've
got to be making up shit, or you wouldn't be where you were, innit? If you know what I mean, bro? If you're making up excuses all the time, you ain't doing fuck all, bro. It's just moronic. I see it all the time. I do it.
I know.
Bro, that's why I'm strong and other people. It's why he's got loads of dough and other people ain't, because they're on it, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Character is built when pressure is applied. Yeah, you might not even realise how strong you actually are, how much character you've actually got.
You just said,
you
bro,
are stronger than you think you are.
Bro, you said it.
Everyone.
You said it, bro.
Don't care
when
who
you
you
put
are,
your
you are
mind
strong.
under that bar, when you said to yourself, that was you putting pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And when you put that pressure, you squatted 200 key.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, you added another bit of weight.
It's gone a little bit higher.
Yeah. Because why, bro? You're applying pressure to your character.
Yeah.
If you've done everything easy, where are you going? You're not getting on stage. If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Another thing, didn't want to get on stage the first time, but I just sucked it up, get up there, and actually enjoyed it in the end. So I did it again, and now I'm not just going back up there to challenge myself. I'm going and get up there and take part, but I'm looking to try and compete and win shows now. This is how it sort of
against
evolved
juices,
over the time.
Natural against juices, bro.
I'm doing a natural.
It's a bad dude,
tested
bro.
competition.
Come on, man.
So,
taking out cheaters.
Yeah.
Well, they are cheating because they're coming to a natural show, innit? They're not cheating as in cheat, but
who knows what these guys are? I don't really give a damn. I'm at the end of the day.
we've got to shout out. What's the black dude you know that went to your school that trains at the gym?
Ellis.
Yeah, hey, the black James Bond, mate. I've got to shout him out, bro. He's a fucking... You've got to meet these sort of dudes. This is who you've got to be around, yeah?
Always, Ellis been a strong dude.
Yeah, bro, I've got to rate him. What about Big E as well?
Genetics.
The postman with you, Big E. Them
Big
arms,
E,
son.
yeah, of course. He's cool, got big guns.
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
man. These are the dudes, bro.
Yeah, he still trains. Yeah,
Yeah,
consistent. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to finish, I think, on that quote as well. What was it again?
Character is revealed when pressure is applied.
That's a great quote. If you have that in your mind at the start of the day, you go out in the world and you look to challenge yourself, then you can go to bed at night feeling, good about yourself, and you'll definitely sleep better.
Well said.
And you continue that, and then you look back at yourself and you think, well, I have progressed through this period of time. Yeah, look at me now. And then you can be an inspiration for others, as Hulio will be an inspiration for his kids.
Respect.
And as I look to inspire others, to create, universal soldier type physiques and athleticism.
All day. Look what you've done with, before we end, what you've done with young Marco.
He's
squatting 3 racks. How long was he with us? Not even a month.
Yeah, no, he's...
Come on, man.
No. He will
Bro,
be
any
very,
PTing, forget these dudes you see, that tell you not to squat. Any PTing, and you want to invest in yourself, because it's the best thing to invest in is yourself. Shout out Big J. He's on all them social things there. Shout him out. Physical therapy, all that. Come see a real dude and get real results, mate.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Right, so, yes, thank you again, Hulio.
Big love. Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure.
Great show. I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you again next time on the Universal Soldier podcast. Thank you very much, guys, for listening.